Uh-oh, I've pressed something.
Good.
What did I do?
You deserve it.
Oh, ugh, I opened up the news app. Woof, David. I just went flower shopping because we're redoing the gardens and stuff. And we've got flower baskets in the front of the house. And I found black flowers. I'll show you.
Black like your heart.
Just like my heart. Isn't that amazing? Don't they look like velvet?
I just think that's an interesting choice given that it's black. Is that going with the mulch?
No.
Oh.
No.
Like it's black mulch with a black flower. You're not even going to see it.
Well, I want to show everybody now that we're on a roll.
Ugh.
We're going to go with these flowers. How pretty is that? You see?
They'll be dead in a week.
What, Jeff? Get all those yawns out now, because if you open your mouth one time in the video for a yawn, I'm doing this.
Go ahead, because I'm definitely going to yawn.
Or I'm going to shove something in your mouth.
I yawn all day, every day.
That's true. That is true, Jeff. Hello everyone and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
board games
and
Crocs.
Exactly. I got bubblegum pink ones. Jeff's got black ones because he thinks it makes him look cooler. But you know what actually makes you look cooler?
I don't.
Bubblegum pink Crocs. We need to get Croc gems.
Where are you going again?
We need to get some Croc gems.
No, I am not putting Croc gems on.
We can get Disney Croc gems.
I'm not doing that.
And then we can wear our Crocs to Disney.
I wear Crocs because they're super easy to go inside and outside with. That's the only reason.
That's very true.
They're my everything.
They're my everything. Okay, we are here today with another episode of Board Games and Brew. Jeff, don't. One of these times you're going to drop it and then you're going to be pissed because it's going to go all over the place.
I have a grip of steel.
We got nice hot coffee today. I have s'mores creamer in mine. Jeff,
I thought you were saving that for Doolin and Emily. Wow.
Tough Doolin and Emily. I almost said Oolin and Demily. We are here today to do a video about the internet's most asked questions about board games. And we, as experts in the board game field, are going to be answering those questions.
We are not that.
We are. We're acting as today. I found this website that you can use for market research. So if people are like, oh, I'm making this product or I'm doing this thing, what are people asking about this thing? So I typed in board games and the results are shocking. So we are going to go through some of the questions and answer them for you.
Some of them are ridiculous.
Ridiculously great. If you've asked these questions, look no further for your answers. The first thing, it breaks it down into, like, the questions will start with which, why, where, will, how, who, when, what, can, and are. The most asked question under the which category is which board games are worth money? That's a great question.
All of them.
I'm glad you asked. The answer to that question is obviously whichever board games you want to buy are worth your money.
All of them are worth money.
All of them. Technically, unless they're donated to you or gifted to you.
We've bought majority of our games.
Yeah, and they definitely...
With money.
They definitely did cost money. Were they worth money? Yes, because that's what it was. We had to pay it.
But let's be fair. They want to know, like, can I resell these bad boys?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some.
You can.
Yeah, some of the collector item ones.
Yeah.
And you can sell anything if you find a buyer. The answer to that question is yes.
Yes. The next question is which board games are worth money in the UK?
Everyone's in to make a buck, you know?
You gotta make money. What's worth money? Try something vintage. A nice Monopoly from 72.
Do you think Obsession is worth more in the UK, given the theme?
Definitely. Or is it's less...
Oh, actually, it might be less money because they just live in it.
That is just their lives.
They just always go for
tea. But
tea.
for us, it's like fantasy.
And play croquet in the courtyard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, the answer is yes. The third most asked question is which board games? Now, we could answer this a variety of different ways. But first of all, which board games? It could be any of them.
All of them.
Look at them. Could be.
Could be.
It might even be.
Might be.
Which board game is the oldest? This is a question that I'm sure many people have asked. That's what the internet says.
I'm sure there's an actual answer to that.
I'm gonna make an educated guess and say tic-tac-toe because you could have played it without paper back in the day, in the sand.
Or like chess or checkers or something.
Maybe.
Or like backgammon.
It could be. It's probably.
Twilight Imperium 4.
Which board game is the most popular? Check BGG. According to that, it's Brass Birmingham. Was Gloomhaven for the longest time. However, is that the most popular? Or perhaps, you know what I think is actually the most popular?
Monopoly.
Yes, because every
Everyone knows
time...
what Monopoly is.
Yeah, every time that you're like, as a hobbyist, you're like, I play board games. Someone will say, oh, like Monopoly?
Yeah, I think there's two questions there. What's the most popular for like people in the hobby?
Yeah.
Then, I mean, you probably go off the BGG list.
I guess.
If you want to say, like, what's the most popular game, like, worldwide, it's probably going to be, like, Monopoly or, like, Bridge.
Probably
or, like,
chess. Or Go. I bet it's
or Go. Ooh.
Ooh.
That might be the oldest one, too, eh?
Maybe.
I don't know. What board game relates to a rainbow? Unicorn Fever.
Unicorn Fever. It's on the box. It's got the rainbow.
The whole track's a rainbow.
The whole track is a rainbow.
Nailed it.
Why board games are good for you.
If only someone did a whole video about that.
We did a whole video on this. I hope when people Google that, they find that video.
That would be cool, actually.
That would be kind of cool. Why are board games good for you? For a plethora of reasons. We did an entire video on it.
You should go watch it.
Yes. Why board games are good. Why are they good? Because sometimes they just are. And you know what? I'm just going to tag on why board games are bad.
She almost didn't say R.
Why
she
board
said,
games bad?
Why board games bad?
Why board games good and why board games bad?
Why say a lot words when few words do trick?
Sea World. Fish. Ocean. China. Listen, some board games are good just because they are. And some board games are bad just because they also are. But in our opinion, it's all subjective anyway.
I would argue.
Some people would fight us in the comments about it, and you're welcome to do that. But some people say, is your high school project that your friends made board game really going to be better than Brass Birmingham? Maybe.
Maybe if the people were cool.
How the heck would we know? We haven't played it.
Most board games are good.
Most board games are good.
That's why they're published and
they're good for someone.
They exist.
They might be good for you.
Exactly.
They might be bad for you.
Exactly.
That's just how life works. Sometimes life is hard.
Ugh.
And sometimes board games are good. And sometimes they're bad. Why board games are important? They're important for so many reasons. Number one, it's how we spend the majority of our time, so they better be important. Otherwise, what are we doing here?
What's the whole point of this?
They teach you stuff.
What's the point of life?
Right? They teach you stuff. You have fun. They're important for social stuff.
They're good for like mental.
They're good for mental
prowess.
Yes, prowess. They just are important. They're important to me.
Yeah,
I think they're important to you.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Where are board games in Walmart?
The board game aisle.
They're in the board game aisle. Generally speaking, that's near the toys.
Usually
in our Walmart, which might be
but they
your
don't really
Walmart,
have much.
they're kind of near the back.
Our Walmarts don't really have a lot of games.
If you see bicycles, you've gone too far.
Then you should support your friendly local gaming store anyway.
Yeah. But some people don't know. So it's good that Walmart has board games. Okay? It just is. They should be everywhere because let's go back to why board games important. They are important, so they should be everywhere, including at Walmart. But ours doesn't have very many.
I feel like it's mostly Target now, right?
Target.
We don't
yeah,
have
we
Target. We don't have Target here, though.
Yeah, nobody cares about Target. It's not on the list. It's not on the top 5 most popular questions.
Okay.
Where buy board games? I like when people Google and they just leave words out.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Where buy board games? Well, you could start at your friendly local gaming store. For us, that's a Boardroom Game Cafe. We also have Lancelot Games. There's also HFX Games. So for us, there's actually quite a few.
There is.
Friendly local gaming stores.
That's not even the big boys. You know,
we always recommend you check there first. But you could go to Target or Walmart. You could go to Barnes & Noble. You could go to Chapters. You could go
Chapters is Canada's Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
But it's not like Barnes & Noble
it's not like
for
that.
board games.
No. You could also go online. There's a ton of sites.
Board Game Bliss.
So where buy board games? We're not. We're not.
Yeah, the better question is where not board games.
We're not board games.
We're not buy board games.
I wonder if that one's going to
Where not buy board games.
Yeah. We're not.
We're not
The
by.
fishing supply store.
We're not by board games.
You can't buy them there.
Princess Auto here has board games.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
We have a store called Princess Auto. It's basically like cheap
car stuff
and like hardware and whatever, and they have board games.
So that's where buy board games.
Yeah.
Where are board games most popular? Worldwide. Prestige worldwide, basically. Where are they popular? Here. There. Everywhere.
North America, and I would say Europe for sure.
Oh, definitely. In like Japan has a huge games market.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Point Games is there.
Wherever there's people.
Where are there people? That's the question. That's where they're most popular. Where are board games from? The world. Worldwide.
Your ideas.
Your imagination. They come from the designers to the publishers, from the publishers to the store.
You know that gif?
Yes. From the store to the people, from the people to other people, to other people, other people.
Are you just explaining logistics?
To other people, yeah. Will board game?
It will.
Oh, it will.
It will.
Trust us. It 100% will. Are board games still popular? Yes.
Depends who you ask.
I think this is actually a really interesting question because there's so many people who are like, I haven't played board games since I was a kid. Are they popular? Do people play them? Like, yeah. Are board games good for your brain?
Definitely.
100%.
Easy peasy lemon squeezies.
Think about it.
Think about it. Use your brain.
Use your brain. Are board games media mail?
I don't even know what that means.
Who's asking that question?
Are board games media mail?
You could get them in the mail.
From media.
Yeah. Technically, they are media. The medium is the message.
Medium is the message.
Media and medium is different, though.
True.
I'm just going to go ahead and say yes.
Sure.
Are board games italicized?
What a weird question. What does that even mean?
You know what? There's a question I never thought about, but are they?
Are board games italicized?
Look at that one. I'd say it is.
No.
It's not?
That's not italicized.
It's not?
No.
Oh, it's just a little wonky.
Why would anyone ever ask that?
As a board game expert.
That's one of the highest on that list, too.
Yeah. I don't know where they're pulling this information from. Are board games sports? Honestly, yes.
Okay, go on.
Yes, board games are sports.
World Series of Board Gaming is a thing.
World Series of Board Gaming is a thing. Mm-hmm. That is a competition, hence sports, and yeah.
If billiards is a sport, then board games is a
sport,
because crokinole is getting close.
It's getting pretty close. How board games are made? Listen. Ideas. That's how they start. Then, production.
Jamie's just going through logistics again.
Cardboard. Plastic.
I like how cardboard just shows up. It's like cardboard.
Suddenly cardboard.
Plastic.
Cut it out. Cut out of the cardboard. Box it up. Wrap it. Ship it. Play it. That's the process. That's how they're made.
You nailed it. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
How board games help students. Board games help kids.
Social interaction.
Social interaction. Thinking. Growing.
Brain prowess.
Losing.
I just want to keep saying prowess.
Learn how to lose. Learn how to win.
With grace.
Strategy.
Jamie could learn a lot from that.
How board games work? It really depends. Right?
Depends on the game.
It depends on the game.
Yeah.
Sometimes they work with cards. Sometimes they work with people. Sometimes they work with dice. Sometimes there's cardboard.
Sometimes.
We've already went through that in the logistics.
Very rarely there's a cardboard. Very rarely.
Oh, really? I thought it was quite frequent.
No, very rare.
Well, we're at a difference of opinion. How board game?
Nope.
What?
Didn't read that right.
How game board?
There you go.
How game board? Most of the times you fold it.
How game board. How game board.
How now brown cow. How now brown cow.
How game board.
How game board. You fold it.
That's not...
You fold it out, and sometimes you can flip it. What do you think that means? Jeff, people are coming to us to answer these questions.
I don't know the answer to that question. That's going to have to stay in a vault somewhere. Unanswered forever.
Keep that in
Pandora's
the vault.
box.
Who board game?
We board game.
We board game.
You board game.
You board game.
They board game.
They board game.
Everybody board game.
Everybody board game. That board game thing Yeah, it is though, isn't it?
It is a board game thing. Yeah.
It is a board game thing. And listen, if you're asking that question, just know that board game, it is a thing. That board game thing, yes. 100%. It's so popular you wouldn't even understand. Guess Who board game.
I haven't played Guess Who in a long time.
Oh, Guess Who?
Yeah.
The board game. I thought you were like, Guess Who board game.
I knew you didn't make the connection.
I didn't make that connection.
Guess Who board game. What a good one.
That's a good one. When were board games popular? Correction. When are board games popular? Answer, all the time. Forever. Think about it, Jeff. Go. Chess. Checkers.
I think they're probably more popular
Monopoly?
now than they've ever been.
You think?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, Monopoly was bumping. Like, everybody had it. Everybody was doing it.
I feel like but kids always have those games.
That's true. Kids do have stuff. So, when were board games popular? I just think we just need to correct it to when are they popular, and they are popular now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gaining momentum. Games when bored.
All of them.
All of them. It depends, I guess. If you're bored, you should play a game. Yes.
Yeah.
That was an easy answer. What board games were popular in the 1920s? We weren't alive.
Chess.
Chess, Go. Go Fish.
Checkers.
Crazy Eights.
Bridge.
Bridge, I betcha.
I don't know. When
Poker?
Bridge
Is that a board game?
Is poker a board game?
Oh, Jeff, I don't know. That's beyond my expertise. What board games did Vikings play? We're going to have to ask our friends over at the Brothers Murph, because they are essentially Vikings. But my assumption is they played Feast for Odin, Blood Rage,
Raiders of the North Sea.
Raiders of the North Sea, all of the North
Raiders
Sea.
of Scythia.
Yep, they probably played Empires of the North. Those are probably some that they've played. What board games were popular in the 1930s? I just need to the stream.
Come on.
30s,
We're not doing this.
50s, 90s, 60s, 70s, 80s. What board games did the Aztecs play?
Babylonia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can board games be sent media mail? Why
Is media mail a thing?
Media mail?
I don't know. Is that like a thing? I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of that.
But there's so many questions that are like media mail.
Media mail.
Can board games be shipped media mail?
Media mail.
Can board games go media mail?
I don't know what that means. So those are some of the internet's most frequently asked questions about board games.
This might be our most ludicrous video.
I don't know whether or not...
And that's saying something.
I don't know whether or not this helped you. I just assume it does. Coming from a couple of experts in board games, the only question we really couldn't answer was whether or not they were italicized. So we'll have to do a little research and get back to you on that.
That question's ridiculous.
I'd like to know who asked that and also why. We also need to figure out what media mail is.
Not only media, I want to Google the actual italicized question and see what the answers are.
Let's do this one. What board games can Alexa play?
I wonder if you can play games with Alexa.
I don't know. Those are the internet's most asked questions about board games according to this random website that I
feel
found.
like they've been pulling off Bing.
I think they might have. I don't know if these have been
Google.
Googled.
These sound like Bing search terms.
Anyways, the internet's filled with mystery. And that was our journey into answering the board games internet questions. Internet's board game questions. I hope that we were helpful. We probably weren't. But sometimes it's fun to do videos that aren't helpful.
Sometimes it's fun to do bad things.
That's everything that we have for you today. If you found this video particularly useful, please let us know down in the comments. And if you didn't...
That's fine.
I don't know. I guess that you're more of an expert than us.
I don't know how it could be more clear.
I don't know how it could have been more clear. If you're interested in buying board games, like any of the many that we didn't talk about today, you should first start by checking your friendly local gaming store. And for us, that is the Boardroom Game Cafe, and that is where buy board games. Boardroom Game Cafe. Oh, I did it. Where buy board games.
Why am I even here?
Where buy board games.
Why am I even here?
Can you just tell the people where buy board games?
Boardroom Game Cafe.
Where get snacks.
MunchPak.
If you like what you see,
please subscribe.
We hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Later days.
People are really going to either love that or hate that. And there will be no in between. Anyways, we've been working really hard all day. I did good work today, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I lifted stuff and I dumped stuff and I spread stuff.
You did.
I planted stuff.
Yep.
Green thumbs. Juno's eating something on the floor and I just can't worry about it. I think it's cardboard. I was too upset about
Jamie
Toby.
wears gray on gray on gray like every day.
Gray. On gray.
I haven't worn this.
On pink.
I haven't worn this shirt in a while.
I'm wearing my pink Crocs. We'll start with which. Stop yawning. You're doing it on purpose.
I did not. I never yawn on purpose.
Jeff.
I don't, Jamie.
Jeff.
I don't. I swear on my life, my yawns are not.
But do you sometimes force them through?
I can't.
Jeff, it's the flowers. Go over by the flowers. The flowers are very fragrant. I swear to God.
Not like sulfur.
I think Jeff was a hound dog in a previous life. All he does is sniff stuff all day.
Yeah, that could be it.
I know. That's what I said. Fragrant flowers.
I'm scared of you.
Ugh. Are we ready?
I've been born ready.
Jeff.
What?
Chaos.
Just want to start all over again?
Probably should, but whatever. So the first question under the which category, which, not like a witch, not like a but like which. Now what?
I think it's on my hand.
Ew, your hand smells like poo.
Like, sulfur.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Go wash your hands. Maybe don't put them in your face.
Maybe those gloves.
What?
This video.
I know. It's 8 minutes in. We've done nothing. You don't think it's tic-tac-toe?
I don't know. I think that's kind of like a cheesy answer.
Oh.
You know?
To our very serious video. You're right. Dungaroo.
Durango. It's this Durango.
Oh.